Hello, I welcome you all to EdCam channel. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the next part of chemical bonding. Those are coordinate bonds, hydrogen bond, and van der Waals force. This picture tells about the force of attraction between water and water molecule. Okay, so let us now understand what are these force of attraction in detail in the further slides. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी रुकावट के. Coordinate bond. So what is the meaning of coordinate bond? It is the covalent bond in which the shared electron pair comes from one atom called coordinate bond. That means whenever there is a formation of coordinate bond, the shared pair of electron will come. A is an atom, so it has electron, and which pair of electron can be donated to form a coordinate bond. So A is going to donate the pair of electron to the vacant orbital of B. Remember, this one is vacant orbital of B. Any bond which represented in the arrow form from a donor to acceptor, that bond is called coordinate bond. Okay, I think this is clear to you. So now what are the conditions of coordinate bond? First condition, octet of donor atom should have at least one lone pair. That this atom must have at least one pair of electron. That one pair of electron can be donated. Okay. Point number 2. Acceptor atom should have deficiency of at least one pair of electron. That means the picture is now cleared here. See, X atom which is completely octet, and this Y atom which is incomplete octet. So X atom will donate pair of electron to the Y. So there are conditions like the bond between X and Y can be given as this arrow mark. Okay. Now one condition, I think these 2 points are clear to you. Now coming to the actual example. Okay. So we have taken the example of ammonia NH3. As we have already drew the Lewis dot structure in the previous slide, I think this is clear to you. So nitrogen has one lone pair, and that lone pair can be donated. Okay, BF3, B boron, here fluorine, fluorine, and fluorine. So this pair of electron is donated to the empty orbital of B. So empty orbital of B. If B can accept pair of electron, that means B must have vacant orbital. This NH3 is called as donor, and this BF3 is called acceptor. Okay, so there is a bond between nitrogen and boron. So that bond is called coordinate bond. Okay, BF3 is electron deficient compound. Yes, it's a electron deficient compound. That's why it can accept pair of electron. Next, coming to another example, this is ammonia, this is proton. So what happens, from nitrogen there is one lone pair of electron. So this lone pair of electron is going to donate to the hydrogen, and there is a formation of coordinate bond. So remember, after the donation, a coordinate bond is considered as a covalent bond. Here 1, 2 and 3 bonds are covalent bond, and one bond is coordinate bond. So next we are going to discuss about hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is a weak bond. Okay, let us now discuss the definition of hydrogen bond. It is the electrostatic attractive force between covalent bonded hydrogen atom of one molecule and electronegative atom of other molecule like fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. So what is the meaning? The meaning is there is a force of attraction between hydrogen and one of the more electronegative element. Okay, so you can see the example here, HF. So HF, in a molecular HF, there are so many molecules of HF, right? So what happens in HF, fluorine is more electronegative than the hydrogen. So what it will do, it is going to attract the other hydrogen. So this force of attraction is called hydrogen bonding. Okay, here is also one hydrogen bonding. So here same thing happened, one oxygen atom is going to attract the another hydrogen. Okay, this is one molecule and this is another molecule. So this oxygen is going to attract the hydrogen from other molecule. So this bond is known as hydrogen bond. So now look at the characteristics. First one, it is not formed in the ionic compound. This is a very important point, as we already know that hydrogen bond exists in the covalent compound only. Second point, hydrogen bond forms in polar covalent compound. So hydrogen exists in polar molecule. It is also known as dipole-dipole attraction. So for example, HF. So HF is known as dipole, okay? So HF is known as dipole. So this is one dipole, this is another dipole. So there is an attraction between dipole and dipole. Okay. So now talking about the types of hydrogen bonding, if we'll consider the types of hydrogen bonding, one type is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Second type is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is also further classified into homo intermolecular and hetero intermolecular. Okay. Now in the next slide, we are going to discuss about what are these intermolecular and intramolecular and further. So next we are going to discuss about the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So what is the statement says? The statement says that hydrogen bond formed between two or more molecule either of same or different. Okay. So what is the example? First one, that is homo intermolecular. Homo intermolecular means the hydrogen bond between molecule of same compound. You can take the example. For example, say water. So water is a cluster of molecules. So one oxygen atom is going to attract the hydrogen from other atoms. So this is the attraction, or this is the hydrogen bond. This is also hydrogen bond. This oxygen, hydrogen, hydrogen, this is hydrogen bond. This is also hydrogen bond. So homo intermolecular means one atom to other. There is the force of attraction between molecule to molecule. Okay. Next one is, and it should be same molecule. Next one is HF. So HF, this is one molecule and this is another molecule. So there is a force of attraction between this hydrogen and this hydrogen. So we will call it as a hydrogen bonding. Here is also, this is also hydrogen bond. Okay. So remember homo intermolecular. Next one is hetero intermolecular. The statement says that hydrogen bond between molecules of different compounds. So different compound, alcohol and water. So this is the family of alcohol. So this is water. So alcohol and water, there is a hydrogen bonding. And water and alcohol, there is also a hydrogen bonding. So here molecules are different and the force of attraction is between different molecules. So that is hetero intermolecular. So next we are going to discuss about intramolecular hydrogen bonding. What is the meaning of this? It takes place within the molecule. That means the hydrogen bond has formed within the molecule. So this is a total molecule. So that is orthonitrophenol. So there is a force of attraction between this hydrogen and this hydrogen. So here is a hydrogen bond. So this type of bond has formed within the molecule. So within the molecule, that means intramolecular hydrogen bond. We can take the another example, that is salicylaldehyde. So salicylaldehyde, this oxygen and there is one hydrogen. So there is a hydrogen bond. Next we will discuss about the van der Waals bond or van der Waals force of attraction. So let us see the definition. Definition says that the type of attraction and repulsion between non-polar molecule. So this is very, very important. Non-polar molecule. So the force of attraction between the non-polar molecule. So the factor which affect the van der Waals force of attraction, those are, first one, van der Waals force of attraction, that is directly proportional to the molecular weight. So that means more is the molecular weight, there exists more stronger force of attraction of van der Waals force. You can think the example like xenon, krypton, okay, or neon. So these all are single atomic gases. So here xenon has more van der Waals force than krypton or neon. Next factor, van der Waals force is directly proportional to the atomic weight. So more is the atomic weight, more is the van der Waals force of attraction, and that is directly proportional to the boiling point. Remember, that means more is the van der Waals force, the boiling point of the compound will be more. Next, we'll talk about the different types of van der Waals forces. Okay, so first we will discuss about dipole-dipole attraction or Cason force. I think you know what is dipole, right? Dipole means whenever there is a force of attraction or a bond has formed between A and B, if any of this atom is more electronegative, that means the shared pair of electron will attract towards that atom. So that means, let's suppose A is more electronegative. So shared pair of electron will attract towards the A. So here we will call this as a dipole. Okay, dipole. You can take the example of HF. So HF. So HF is a dipole because fluorine is more electronegative than the hydrogen. So a dipole looks like this, where a positive and negative charge has created. So now coming to the first type, Cason force or dipole-dipole attraction. So it is the attraction in between two polar molecules. Remember, two polar molecules such as HF and HCl. So HF is a polar molecule, HCl is also a polar molecule. So this is the diagram. HF is a polar, HCl is also polar. So there is a force of attraction between polar and polar. So the force of attraction, obviously, this here is the force of attraction, negative and positive charge. So this force of attraction is called your van der Waals force. Okay, van der Waals force. So next type of van der Waals force, that is dipole induced dipole attraction force or Debye force. What is the meaning of induced dipole? See here, neutral molecule is induced as a dipole by another dipole. So what is the meaning? So I think you have already understood what is the meaning of dipole, right? Here this picture shows that a dipole and here a molecule. So in this molecule, there is no force of attraction on this molecule. So that will be behave like a pure form of the molecule, right? Whenever this molecule is exposed to a dipole, so what happens? This is a positive charge and these are the negative electron density. So the negative electron density is attracted by the dipole. This one is positive, right? So the force of attraction here created by this dipole, that is going to attract all the negative charge of this Cl2. So what happens? This negative charge is going to shift towards the positive charge of HCl. This case is known as induced dipole. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Now the force of attraction between dipole and induced dipole. See, this one is dipole and induced dipole. There is a shift of electron towards the HCl. So this one is induced dipole. So I think this force of attraction is van der Waals force of attraction. Next, we'll discuss about the third point, induced dipole attraction, or we will call it as a London dispersion force. So what is this force? The force of attraction between two non-polar molecule. So as we already know, Cl2 is a non-polar, right? And another Cl2 is a non-polar. So what happens again if we'll put this Cl2, what happens? This negative charge electron is going to attract it with this positive charge. So there is a induced dipole. So the force of attraction between induced dipole and induced dipole, that force of attraction is van der Waals force of attraction. And this force of attraction is very, very weak. Very weak force. So now it's question time. So I want you to solve the question and let me know in the comment section what is the answer for question number 1 and question number 2. So let us just solve the question. The highest boiling point of water is due to a specific heat, no hydrogen bonding, yes. Answer is B, hydrogen bonding. So weak dissociation of water molecule, this also not correct. high dielectric constant, that's also not correct. Stronger is the hydrogen bonding, stronger is the boiling point. Okay, that's why water has boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius. Question number 2, strongest hydrogen bonding is present in HF. Why? Because fluorine is more electronegative, that is going to attract the other atom strongly. I think you must have got few idea about hydrogen bond, coordinate bonding, and van der Waals force of attraction. Okay, so if you want to connect with me with my social media account, this is my Instagram handle, this is my Twitter handle. So if you have any doubt or queries, please let me know in the comment section or write to me. And I want you to like this video and subscribe to EdChem channel. Thank you all.